Hi, it's Alan here from Reilly Real Estate with the last Reilly's Real Talk for 2022. We're just about into Christmas, so I hope for everybody out there, whether you're working through the Christmas holidays, you're getting a break, or you're staying at home or you're heading away, that whatever you do, you enjoy yourself and you have some good quality time with family and friends. Today being the last Reilly's Real Talk for this year, we wanted to give you a bit of an overview of how the year has, evolved and what happened in our local property market across the year, and also a bit of a forecast for where we see things going in 2023. So as you would know, if you've watched any of our Reilly's Real Talks throughout the year, or you've heard us on the radio or seen any of our Facebook stuff, you would know, and even if you've looked at the wider media, of course, that the house and unit market across Toowoomba has performed really well and has been a really strong marketplace across the year. In fact, as of the last CoreLogic regional market update, which compares all the regional markets, or 25 of the regional markets across the country, Toowoomba was ranked as the fastest moving marketplace in the country, the fastest regional marketplace in the country, with an average time on market of 13 days for houses and just 19 days for units. So it's been a really fast moving marketplace. We've also seen really good growth in values across the year, with around 15% growth year on year for houses and 17% growth year on year for units. So some really good, strong results there across the year. And sales volumes are also up 32% on the 5-year average. So a lot of property transacting, although interestingly, low stock supply at the moment, and throughout the year, we have seen historically low stock supplies, which could indicate that there's a number of properties not actually making it to the market before they change hands, which we have spoken about before, the pitfalls of selling off market in such a good, strong selling conditions that we've seen across the year. Some great results throughout the year. We've been privileged to work with some lovely people on some great properties throughout the year, and we really appreciate that. There's 3 that I wanted to highlight, not trying to blow our trumpet at all, but wanting to, I guess, give you an indication, some results from earlier in the year and another from later this year, which indicate, I feel, how the market has transitioned over the past 6 months at least. First of all, it's 30 Mina Street in Rangeville, property that came on in the beginning of the year and went to auction at the end of January. We had over 80 groups through that home, a lovely home there in Rangeville, 9 registered bidders on the day, and a sale above reserve at the auction. A really well attended auction with lots of competitive bidding happening there. So a really good indication of how the year started, with lots of buyer demand. Then as we got a few months into the year, that demand just continued, and it continued. A really good example of that is a property at 3 Belmont Court in Glenvale. This property went to market at a price, and we had over 20 groups through in less than 5 days on the market, 6 written offers, resulting in a price above the seller's expectations. An outstanding result for them, and the buyers are very happy to have secured a good property in a good location. So that first half of the year was much like that. Really strong demand, good quality property was generating really good interest and very strong offers really early on. As we transitioned through the year, obviously interest rates came in, and things have started to ease only a little bit slightly, but not in terms of prices. An example of this is 13 Plant Street in Rangeville, property that just sold last weekend at auction. We had a good level of inquiry, but not as much as what we'd seen earlier in the year. However, the ratio of the number of inspections to the number of registered bidders was much higher. So we had a really good number of registrations for that property, a really good competitive auction again, and a good sale under the hammer at auction last Saturday, again above the reserve, which is a great result for our sellers, and also really good result for our buyers, because they were able to participate in a transparent process where they knew exactly what they had to do to secure the property on the day. So, but I do think that highlights that shift in the marketplace in terms of the level of demand is not necessarily where it was at the beginning of the year. A number of reasons for that, obviously. The consecutive interest rate rises that we've seen over the past few months are certainly starting to have a bit of an impact on the number of people looking, but also the continued low supply of property for sale, I feel, is having an impact as well, where people are less prepared to go out and just buy straight away in some cases, because naturally people traditionally want to be able to compare and contrast homes against each other to make sure they're making the right decision. If there's not as many properties out there, there's less opportunity to do that, which can lead to some hesitation. So still a really strong market across the year and still some really good results happening, but maybe not as many buyers in the market as what there was certainly at the start of 2022. As we head into 2023, we do see continued excellent opportunities for both buyers and sellers in our marketplace. For buyers with a long-term view, you should really feel confident to purchase in our marketplace. We've got a really strong and varied local economy that's providing really good employment opportunities from entry-level positions right through to higher management type positions. And there's also a number of large projects either underway or in the pipeline for the region, which are going to bring more jobs during the construction phase, but also has the potential to bring new business to the area and more employment opportunities, in conjunction with the great services we have across our region and the lifestyle that Toowoomba offers, there's a lot of reasons there for you to be buying in our region over the next few months. For sellers, well, we don't expect to see that continued capital growth. In fact, the Heron Todd White National Property Clock does have the Toowoomba region for both houses and units at the peak of the market right now. We don't see that there's going to be any huge declines either. We still see that there's going to be really good selling opportunities across the year, and partly because there are really good reasons to buy. So if you're going to sell, you need buyers. So you want those buyers to have confidence to come in and purchase, which I think there are really good reasons to do that. But also, right now we've got a really low vacancy rate on the rental market. There is a general undersupply of new land for housing available. And as we mentioned, those great reasons for people to buy, they're just a few of the reasons that we think we'll still see really good activity throughout the year and some really good opportunities to sell, especially for people who are prepared to put that work in to make their properties sale ready as opposed to live-in ready. There is a difference there, and the people that are prepared to put that work in to make the home sale ready, but also prepared to invest in their property with a really good quality marketing campaign that's targeted at the right buyers, I think you're going to see the opportunity to get some really good results for your property in 2023. So some really good opportunities on both sides there, and that maybe it sounds like we're sitting on the fence, but genuinely I do believe that that's the case as we head into 2023, despite the interest rate rises that may come later on in the year. So that's Reilly's Real Talk for this year, finishing up for the year today. We really appreciate you watching. I just want to take this opportunity as well to thank all of our clients for their support throughout the year, but also all of our family and friends that have supported us as well in getting the business up and running. We're just about to head into our third year. We close off on 2 years in business as Reilly Real Estate as of the middle of January next year, and we're looking forward to our third year. So from myself, Emma, and everyone here at Reilly Real Estate, thank you. Have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.